I was working with someone who, I have to say, sings a cracking version of this song, but I think the song is really beautiful. Get your tissues ready.
It'll be fine by dusk cloud, I'm telling you, baby. These things eat at your bones and drive your young mind crazy. But when you place your hand between my collar and jaw, I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't.
It gets me straight away, this song, actually.
'Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't. But I miss you in the mornings when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done.
So what's really nice about this is that he sent this song out to a lot of his fans and got them to send in different videos that they felt like the music evoked for them, and it's a whole kind of mix. Of course, you've got this something in the orange, and it is what it's about. It is about the sunset of a relationship. He wrote this song while he was in a cabin in Wisconsin, and he was just looking at the sunset and thought, yeah, this really works, and it does. It's really, really simple, you know, you've got a few instruments in there and some really raw vocals, but it feels so heartfelt.
I don't know much, but there's no weight at all. And I'm damned if I do,
I love that bit of grit. Like, I love the emphasis on the consonant. I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. It's not I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. He's letting the air build up behind the d sound, makes it hit all the more. Folk and country really is about storytelling, and this fits within the broader theme of country. You've got those lyrical themes, you've got storytelling, you've got that narrative focus and the simplicity and the rawness and the stripped back instrumentation that really, really works, but it means the vocals have to be really on point, and although he's not doing anything dramatic with his vocals, they're quite simple, and it's not a difficult song to sing technically, but it is a difficult song to sing emotionally because this song could be bland. Yeah, it's not bland.
'Cause if I say I miss you, I know that you won't.
Yeah, like, that's beautiful. I said I miss you. It's so vulnerable. He brings it right back and he punches the damned if I do and then comes back into this moment where he's really feeling it. Like, I don't know if he is thinking through every single moment. Some people are just able to express that and they don't have to go through each moment as a word painting, which is a really, really great way to learn how to do this, by the way. What does each word sound like? Does it have a tone? Is it breathy? Is it strong? Does it have a color association? Does it have a textural association? See if you can integrate all those little bits of data into that sound. We hear that. We hear the breath, we hear the emotion, we hear the texture of sound.
But I miss you in the mornings when I see the sun. Something in the orange tells me we're not done. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around.
That little bit of distortion there, wow, It really means it, and it is like the way that your voice cracks when you're that emotional. He has kept that in. Your voice is allowed to crack, it's allowed to break. Sometimes people feel like our voice has to be perfect, but what is perfect? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist technically. I think it's more important to have that connection, and he's really, really got that. I'll show you that moment again because it's so glorious. A little bit of grit there.
If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around.
That's interesting there.
The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you.
That, I just hate you. It's like, that's how it feels. He's making the sound of emotion. Something I like people to explore is thinking about how emotion expresses itself in visceral sounds. If you take away the words, if you're frustrated, is it, everyone's a little bit different, and that's great because, you know, it would be boring if we expressed ourselves the same way, but your personal expression, adding that into a song, fantastic. If it's excitement, woohoo, yay! You know, all these little things and the way that our voice moves is so personal and beautiful. Pop that in your song. Okay, I'm going to point out something that's super country that he does over and over again, and if you're someone who likes singing country music, this is something that is worthwhile learning about a little bit.
Please turn those headlights around.
That. Oh, there's a piano in there as well. Interesting.
I need to hear you say you've been waiting all night.
Oh, and a cello.
There's orange dancing in your eyes from bulb light. Your voice only trembles when you try to speak. Take me back to us dancing this wood used to creep.
That mix between the grit and the softness and the vulnerability is beautiful. Now, this was produced by a guy called Ryan Hadlock, and he is a second-generation producer. He's producer of the Lumineers album, but he's also son to Joe and Manny Hadlock, who are the owners and the founders of Bear Creek Studio, and Bear Creek Studio has had a lot of artists going through it, from Brandi Carlile to Lionel Richie to Jeff Tate, Soundgarden, Train, Foo Fighters, James Brown, you name it, they've been through that studio. So he got some pretty good production on this, and I think it's both very clean and beautifully done, yet it feels very organic, and you really need that for this sort of music. You don't want it to feel overproduced, otherwise is going to lose that spark in it. And one of the other things that gives Zach Bryan his uniqueness is that he isn't from a musician family. He was in the Navy, and his family were all in the Navy. It's a family tradition. And he just uploaded songs to YouTube, and one of them went really viral.
'Cause I'm moving at God's speed. Only God and my mama know what I need.
In fact, he did some songs that were recorded in and around the Navy barracks. And it wasn't until this album, his third album, that he got picked up by Warner Music, and the rest is history.
To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
I like how you can hear his accent as well.
Poison myself again, something in the orange tells me you're never coming home.
That bit is really nice. Something in the orange. With these little slides that have something in the orange. It would be really two-placed. Something in the orange. These big old slides.
If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around.
This. Round. There are so many of these 3-note runs in country music. If you listen to Chris Stapleton, if you listen to Zach Bryan, if you listen to any of the Luke Combs, I don't know, any of the big country singers, then those 3-note runs happen again and again and again. So spend some time on that.
Today I'll just stare at the way the The orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. To you I'm just a man, to me you're all I am. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you're never coming home. If you leave today, I'll just stare at the way the orange touches all things around. The grass, trees, and dew, how I just hate you. Please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
The end of that was really beautiful, how he brought that down and you get to this moment of realization that that person isn't coming back. Before you go, whew, I'm emotionally tired, but I have just released my very own album. It's a story of darkness into light, and some of the songs are available here on YouTube and on Spotify, although not the happy side of the album yet. And the full album is available on my website, betharoars.com, and it's on Bandcamp. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.